Good day, everybody. Brian here from quantlabs.net. Here I am going to talk about a query put up on Redis CPP, the subreddit group. Uh, Title here, seeking advice on freelancing with expertise in modern C++ and low latency system. Modern C++ program with 5 years experience working on low latency HFT systems, high frequency, solid understanding of low level concepts like memory management, OS internals, networks, and most general computer science concepts thanks to my master's in computer science and engineering. I'm considering transitioning into freelance work as I'm also working on other business projects. It sounds like a smart cookie. I wish to keep my C++ skills polished while earning some extra money. Some, those kind of skills. However, after researching platforms like Upwork and Fiverr, we found many projects that fit my expertise. Basically, he's above all those projects. A lot of those type of projects are not going to pay a lot, especially for this type of work, high frequency trading, C++. It's these guys, these folks can be paid easily if they're really good and got a good reputation, work with reputable companies. I put out and shown positions that are into half a million, million plus. Even currently on my mega list I posted yesterday, there was a position that was willing to pay up to £2 million in London, UK. That's going to be 3, 4 million a year. And that's just designing a complete end-to-end high frequency trading system. So the money is beyond good. It's just as much as you get from an athlete would get per year. Uh, so However, after researching, okay, I haven't found, okay, so we got that. Most available gigs seem to focus more on high level programming or web development. Sorry, kid, they pay pocket change. Given my background in C++, HFT, and low level systems, along with fair experience in Python and other languages, this guy sounds pretty valuable. Do you think freelancing in the niche is a good idea? And if so, any tips on where to find better suited? Now, the key is freelance gigs that align with my skill set. So here we go. Now, remember, this guy's name is ANF13. So, first response I think everyone who can afford hiring a professional due to low latency training system would prefer to have someone full time and permanent, no contracting. Responsibility is too high, meaning that the secrets get out, the secret sauce gets out. Maintenance of the system is very important, and basically with freelancer, the risk is too high. Finance guys don't like risk, just my opinion, but good luck finding what you want. And that's true. Any multi-million billion dollar operation with highly sensitive, secretive coding models are going to want to let it out and just let any person build it. They're going to be pretty secretive about it. And they're going to have an ironclad NDA as well. Probably top 1,000 plus per hour lawyers to enforce it. This is the funny response from the guy who asked the question. To be honest, finance guys live on risk. This guy is so wet behind the ears, just responding that way. But this guy, well, yeah, but no one will apply more risky strategy without expecting more profit. Hiring freelancer, from my perspective, is exactly it. So here's the breakdown. Buy side won't hire contractors in this area. Sell side will occasionally, but the work will be less interesting. So all their high level, highly paid quant researchers, coders will be full time, permanent, and seriously paid to keep them uh, on staff so they don't fly to the competitor and reveal all the secrets like past stories you hear. What are your views on other domains which might fit into my skills from the perspective of freelancing? Game development is definitely there, but we all are aware of its reputation. That I don't know what that means, but a lot of younger HFT firms are hiring game developers. Um, so what are we saying here? Games are already full-time people contacting and consulting when you have no background in games, relatively new. You need to sell yourself. So again, this is put out 5 hours ago today. If you're planning on freelancing, making similar money to full-time job, you'll need to account for all the other costs and risk like retirement funds, tax accounting, blah, 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 blah. This is why I like to be out on our own, and you're not restricted in any way doing this kind of work. But hopefully, if you got something that works, be not just compensated, but better compensated as if you're working for full time. Just depends upon your account size and on and your what you're developing in terms of the modeling and the coding. Also, 5 years and you're likely underestimating things still massively, so you'll likely undercharge and overwork. Again, that's wet behind the ears experience, where you need the wisdom to know what you are worth when you are negotiating with these people. These are very intelligent and very well funded um, founders, not like a standard web shop or whatnot. I know I did when doing freelance work well over a decade ago, early in my career, and I know many others who did similar. If your target is Fiverr or Upwork, your competition also involves people with significant smaller costs. So if you're in North America or in the West generally, and you're going up against people in the, we'll just say the East, they're going to do it for probably 1/10 of what you want in terms of paid. Small cost of living so they can easily undercut your prices. Again, cost of living. I've thought of doing consulting before, but always see it too risky, even if the freedom and potential benefits would be good. Just depends what you want. I guess this other guy responded. Think game development and fintech are two domains interested in low latency. Big guys like Google would love if some open source library, but they use heavily is optimized even 1% because it may save them millions, but I'm not sure it is possible to do freelance here. So can you do freelance at Google? Maybe people watching this can respond with a like. Lastly, wonder if folks would pay you to help optimize the software, algo, whatever I used to work in oil and gas. We definitely had a need for speed, so there might be other similar non-HFT gigs. One article I looked at, what are people doing that are senior bankers, let's say 40s and 50s, getting laid off like many are. Where do they go? What do they do? A lot of them will get out of industry or something similar. They'll go into securities, whatever that means. I'm seeing a lot of family offices hiring like mad. The other area a lot of them go is into insurance. So that's what a lot of the old guard uh, traders, finance people are moving into. In terms of the coders, it's a young person's game. And in today's economy, again, October 10th, 2024, you're going up against those that are already being laid off from HFT firms, from banks, from hedge funds, from boutiques. They could be getting laid off not only because their employers are shrinking, but they could be getting laid off because of AI. So there's a whole glut of these type of coders out there with major software skills that you may not even have, or from a boutique or some name brand firm that you wouldn't even hold a candle to, unfortunately. So freelancing is maybe your only option. And if they're not hiring uh, in these kind of firms you want on a freelancing basis, the really only option is to build your own solution and to build your own platform or whatnot. So that's why I exist. Okay. So again, if you want to know more, go to quantlabsnet.com. That's my site. Join up here. We're getting quite a few people lining up, a couple of hundred, two to three, a couple hundred a month signing up now since I've focused on this area. And you can also get my recent HFT ebook as well. Explain what goes into a complete trading system end to end in C++. And we're trying to build out or mimic as close as we can moving down the line. The only way to find out that out is being on the email list. We'll leave it at that. Thanks for watching. Have a good day.